Well, put your hands up in the air, hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air, hands up in the air. And everybody make a 7 sign. This guy's got 2 hands up in the air. How wonderful is that? He has been received. So everybody lie down. Everybody say cheese. Snap. That's a shot. Okay, you can go and have morning tea now. Look at this one. It looks like a mosque. And they're all prostate. This is the Jonestown tragedy. And this was a few years ago, this photo shoot that they put up. As you can see, very clean and fresh. These ones. No flies here. And look at this. Here's the big pattern. 9 for Tet. The big 9. Because they had the Kool-Aid. Had too much Kool-Aid. Now that's just what you need. Everybody at once drank the Kool-Aid. Nobody ran away. And that Kool-Aid, it's a bit like the creature of the Black Swamp. It leaps out of the glass at you and grabs you by that throat. Yes, November 18, 1978. After 900, a big Tet number, and JJ. But here, what are they saying? It's 383. So I don't know what the mix-up is here, but isn't that nice? The 3 and 3 look, the 33, or 1111. Very nice little number, that one, 383. And look at the X Factor. The X Factor indeed. So Jimmy Jones, you know that Jones thing. Jones is for Zion. And James, of course, we know James, Jacob, kings of Scotland, of course, and the old Jacob's Ladder, etc. People will know that. And San Martin, no, whatever, the Martin. Never too far away, the Martin, is it? It's my favourite Martin. So people could not have their hands up in the air like that. If he drank the Kool-Aid, and he'd be flat. People say it's rigor mortis. That guy, I don't know why it's doing that to me there now. There it's going off. At least I can hold it there now. See, it's the saviour position, isn't it? The cross position. And been seen in so many events, but of course the people who don't want to get these things will never get the idea of the symbolism, etc. Here's a nice white 7 in the middle of everything here, with another 7 entwined in it, see? It's always there, the codage and the whole thing. Now they're saying it's 912. And of course, there's our 21. There is our 21. Or 12, either one. We know that one for the 777. Blackjack. And as you can see, very black hair here on Jim. He can be Blackjack. And very Elvis, isn't it? I'm not saying it is Elvis, but it's definitely in the meme of Elvis. The idea of Elvis the pelvis, and I'd like to get some more shots of old Jackie Jones. I think we better have a look at Jackie Jones. That Jim name seems to be attached to a lot of trans, that is for sure. Well, I can see what we have here are 2 very short-armed men. And look at the hips going down here on this one. Here in the white. So we can see what we're looking at there. Female little hands. But yes, Elvis the pelvis himself, eh? Roy Orbison. Look at the short arms. Look at it. What a classic. Well, I'll tell you what, the landscape is very strange here to me. This here looks a bit like it's in the Sudan or somewhere, you know, that look. And then you look at others and it's much more in the tropical look. If that's the same trenches, gee, they've suddenly... oh, there's Alex. Well, Alex Jones. Is he really Jim Jones? No, but seriously, look, there's the shrubs there. It certainly just has a greener look, doesn't it now? And I don't know, there's things there that, see, it's got an open bit of deck there. Is that on one side? Let's check back to the aerial shot. Oh, look at that's where the trench is running through there. No, well, there's the trench there. And then, what was that other shot? Look, there's the trench and there's a deck on the side. I can't see a deck on the side in the aerial. Just check one more time. Oh, yeah, okay, there's a little bit of one there. Okay, that's where that is. Okay, so it's basically the same place, just the exposures or something to make it look greener or not so green. They look very straight, those lines there. Just check the aerials here for a minute. Well, other than the discrepancy of colour, which is a big one, let me just say, look, it looks a bit odd. It's very green there too, isn't it? The other was very dry, suggesting different season. But look, this is the Jonestown Pioneers with their pet chimpanzee, Mr. Muggs. Mr. Muggs, all right. And look, looks like Alex Jones is in the back of the truck here. Alex Jones was a Jonestown pioneer. Crazy, eh? Obviously, that guy would be a bit older now, but yeah, it looks like he must be the same family, same probably family as Mr. Muggsy. But how's that, Mr. Muggs? You know, because of the mugs that thought it was true. This is a classic picture here, very much alive children. I wouldn't be surprised just a one child, and they've just created this image too, by the look of it, just to sort of make up the idea of twins. You know, twins is important to them. Here's the members. Says with Jim Jones. I don't know, is that Jim Jones there? Will the real Jim Jones please stand up? There he is there. Yeah, just look. That should tell you those two images there and there. You know, just it just looks too brown there for what that is. That's brown, but it's a dark, dirty brown. And just looking at the surrounds of the thing a little bit. You just don't get enough of a picture. I was just looking at that field over here. So look, this one here, it's done that way. It sort of is done that way too. So that might be alright. I'll have to have a few more looks at this. Some other people might look and see if you can find any discrepancies in the scene here. Looks like a number 9 there to me, is it? It's hard to make it out actually. It could be 0. But definitely short arm man problem, eh? Very short arm man. Oh, it might be 19. Very hard to tell. It's not 13. Don't know. Look at this creepy person just happens to be walking behind him at the time. I'll tell you what, this is the same place. It seems to have a lot more jungle around in the background. Look, looks a bit different again, you see. You wouldn't know what you're ever looking at with these things. They're supposed to be inside the temple. The fancy temple of Jim Jones. Oh, this picture here just about seals it for me. Just the way there's a guy standing here with flares. So he's got a camera. He's wrapped himself up there. And this is the Kool-Aid idea. And look at all this mess here. Do you know I'm messy doing this? And look, medicine jars, you know. You see the idea. Did they take pills? Oh no, it was Kool-Aid. You know, just the crotch hatch of ideas and funny looking limb things here. Pile of sort of whatever they used to make this up. Not sure, but it's certainly ghoulism at its height, and certainly a just story just like Waco. Look, the true story, look, written in blood, that should tell you just the hype that they've put it up, the way they've done it. That's what they created it for in the beginning. It's all you're looking at here. And this story's been repeated again and again. The cult of death, Time magazine. As we know, those agencies are just so cool. I mean, they never do anything like this, that wasn't true. The empty bucket. The empty bucket. What a classic. But looky, we've got the 777 right in your face, right in the center of the picture, right under the big M, pointing down to it. Look, there it is. There's your 777 on the bridge. And what's going on with this one here in the limbs? Oh, it's very strange. But look, 777, say no more, busted and dusted. An image like this too. Look at this. It's wonder David Attenborough doesn't come jumping out and tell you what kind of birds these are and about their distinctive markings and sexual habitats. And and there happens to be a few Jonestown massacre victims. Oh, that's another thing that we get down here in Guyana. Yeah, sure. Look at this bit here. The Last Supper picture disc. 81 for a 9. 81 for a 9x9. And checkered pattern. So there you go. We know what team he's batting for, or she as a he. And, just went into another role. Probably an Elvis impersonator in Las Vegas.